everybody, my name is Chris and welcome to a brand new movie review. This one is for Shazam Fury of the Gods, and Shazam 2 is a really good movie. Now, I will explain that in just a moment, but I just want you to know that this movie is good right from the opening scene. And it didn't have to get going, and it was great out of the gate. I was impressed, and I went in with rock bottom expectation. It's a good movie. It's really a good family movie, and what I mean by that is that it can compete with the big comic book movies. Do not think that, and that's not what it is, and I don't think it's even trying to be that. And Shazam continues to be surprisingly dark. What? Yes, well, the first movie has some really dark elements in it, especially that ball room meeting and the office. Well, there was some dark stuff there. Now, just like in the first installment, a lot of people die, and not just in the abstract. I was surprised yet again with how far Warner Bros. Led director David F. Sandberg go, and it's kind of it has the edginess, the rage of those 1980s kid movies, and David Sandberg it bring that energy here is so well, and thanks to his horror background, and you can definitely see his horror background here. And the best thing about Sandberg's work here is that he's all game in this movie. He's so serious, and the film really benefits as a result from that. Sandberg truly believes in the story that he's telling. His actors do, and therefore we do as an audience. Now, so what are the story they're telling here? Well, it's not just a story for families. But it's a story about family, and that's one of the reasons that I love the first Shazam movie so much. And you cannot ask for a better family film. I mean, I think a lot of people will enjoy this movie, but particularly families. This is really a great family movie, and it's also about the family that you made. A lot of what they say about the foster system is really nice, very moving. It's a delight, and actually quite moving to see not just the Shazam family working together. The first act bridge sequence is fantastic. I mean, this movie again, he's the ground running, and I was like, whoa, this is a very good action superhero sequences. It looks so cool. Now the VFX here are excellent. I mean, top-notch quality, which is great because we have been watching a lot of bad VFX lately, and you totally believe the Shazam family's powers and the enemy's powers, the daughters of Atlas. And the dragon even looks fantastic, as does the big third act battle that I was very impressed with. Now the set designs are also impressive here, especially the Wizard, which has now been taken over by the Shazam family, and they really expand this mythology and world building here. And now everyone in the cast does a great job, but you know who makes this movie really work is Helen Mirren. Oh, what a great actress she is. And she's incredible. She gives it 110%, and it's so awesome to see. And she gives its validity. You're like, whoa, this is a serious movie about a Greek god, because look at Helen Mirren. And it was amazing. At first, with all the cool Greek mythology stuff that I really enjoy, and the opening Antes, and I was like, oh, Antes, pretty great. Now I was like, why are we just doing a Wonder Woman story and we like wasting this story on Shazam? But as the movie progressed and they made the Shazam story so interesting and endearing, I eventually was like, okay, let's do this. Yes, and Wonder Woman does show up here. There's also a gag with her early in the film that I didn't care for, but Wonder Woman show up here as one of our brothers already revealed in the ad campaign for the film, which is unfortunately should have been like a surprise. I would say she was okay here, nothing so wow, but boy, the Shazam movies are affordable. It was recently reported that this movie just cost about 100 million to make, and it looks better than all the last few Marvel movies. But those movies all cost double, and they don't look as good as this film. Now the script is very funny with Sacha Levi doing some strong work and anchoring the film, but he's not really the lead of this film. Don't get me wrong, he has a lot of screen time, but I would say that a lot of screen time has been given to Jack Dylan Grazer, who is so talented and does a fantastic job here. Jamon Hanson is also great to see him, not only in a much larger role this time around, but getting to do some comedy here. And if you have seen him in the What If series, you know how funny he can be, and he was so great here. Now, Lucy Liu, I would say that she's kind of wooden in this movie. Now, she's not like bad, but she's not great, especially next to Helen Mirren, who is again in the top of her game. Well, and doing such great job, and it's just amazing. Now, also Rachel Segler does a nice job here, and she's like the compassionate sister, and maybe she isn't like too into her sister's evil plan. And this is Segler only second big movie, and she blends in perfectly with the rest of the cast and does a very nice job here, and I really enjoy her character in this movie. Fascinating stuff to they do with her character here. Now, as for the rest of the Shazam family, everyone both to the teens and the adult versions of those characters. Just like in the first movie, they are all really great here, and they get their moments to shine here. Now, Grace Fulton is particularly good as Mary, and the most responsible and mature member of the group, which is maybe why she doesn't change into an adult when she Shazams. And I love her costume, she looks fantastic, and she has some great line readings. She really make herself stand out. Pedro's LGBTQ status is also explored here a little bit, and beautiful welcome by his brothers and sisters. And in a small but poignant moment, Levi, by the way, who handled it absolutely perfectly, and it was really nice. I love Darla, and while Megan Good and Faye Herman don't have a lot of screen time in the sequel, they do stand out whenever they're on screen. Now, this movie has two post-credit scenes, and don't worry, I won't get any spoilers here. But just one is like a mid-credit scene, and the other one is the very, 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 very end of the movie. So, just to let you know. I'll say the Shazam Fury of the Gods is a fantastic family movie. And I would say that I think a lot of people will enjoy this movie. Now, if you like the first Shazam movie, oh, definitely you're going to love this one. But it's just overall just a great movie to watch. Now, and to be honest with you, I'm down for another Shazam movie. I mean, the first one I loved so much, and this one I'll say is on the same level as the first one, and it's really great. Now we're entering in a new phase for the DC universe, so we all wondering if these characters are going to stick around in the new universe. But I'll say just go and watch it as a standalone movie, just because it's a great movie to watch, and not necessarily because it has to or doesn't have to be connected with this new DC universe. But we get some idea with that of what might be going into the new DC universe, but it's early days for us. But that's my review for Shazam Fury of the Gods. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.